I look at this 2-point perspective drawing here. And the drawing that I have here on canvas. Sort of understand how that's going to be set up. Notice that the corner of the room in this drawing is set up a little bit to the left. It's not set up in the center the way we usually start a 2-point drawing. We're drawing from observation, and we have this photograph, and we notice that in this photograph of this classroom that this corner is not in the center of our page because we want to show more of this window wall over here. So we're going to move our corner, it looks like, over to the left off center, and the center of our page is going to catch about the center of that window right there. Okay, so I'm going to come about 1/3 of the way down my page. I know that I want to have about the same proportion as I had in the last drawing. So I have this 25-foot concept already set up over here in the 1-point. I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it into my 2-point. I think I'm going to put it right about here. I'm going to come in just a little bit from the left, and I want it to come down to about half, and I want it to come all the way up to the top. So this is going to be 25 feet clear up here. And this is my 0, and I have left some space down here so that I can draw some desks into this drawing. If that's 25, then this is going to be about 12. So I'm going to come down a few less than that. I'm going to get myself a good 10 set up here. I'm going to measure that and pinch my pencil at the bottom and see if I can get 20 and 25. No, that's still too big. So if I say this is 10, then this is going to be 20. I can go clear up to 30, so I don't have to make it that small. I'm going to put it right in the middle. I'm going to say this is going to be 10. This is going to be 0. I'm just going to put my 20 right here. And if I go half of that, so I've got 5. I get 15 right there. I'm going to get 25 right about where I wanted it. It's just a little bit less. I'm going to move my 25 down. Good setup's pretty important, right? This is 15. I've got 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All of that is in the top 2/3 of my page. I've left 1/3 at the bottom at least to draw desks down in there. I'm going to take the 5-point and I'm going to run all the way, or the 5-foot line, I'm going to run all the way to the left and the right, horizontally. Looks like I didn't quite do horizontal there. I'm going to correct that. Mine feels a little closer to horizontal for me. Now, if I make my left vanishing point and my right vanishing point right at the ends of the paper, I'm probably going to be okay on the left, but on the right, coming out this way, I'm going to get a real big distortion. So I'm going to change it a little bit. I'm going to take from my 0 to this 5, and I'm going to let that be my right vanishing point right here. But I'm going to imagine a left vanishing point that's off my page over here. If you want to, you can take a piece of tape. I'm going to take a couple of Post-it notes here. attach them to my paper. So I can get a vanishing point off my page that'll stay with me as I move my paper. So that way I can bring this line out horizontally further. And say my left vanishing point is going to be off the page. Another way you can do this is you can tape your paper to the desk so that it doesn't move, and then you can go out here with a post-it note and just put a post-it note or a piece of tape on your desk and put a little X on it where you want your left vanishing point to be, and then every time you're in here you just aim towards that left vanishing point each time you're going to draw a line. So if I come to my 0 and I put my pencil here and I put my eye on my left vanishing point and I head towards that, I'm going to run off the page, but that's okay. I just need to head towards that. And then I need to head away from that so that I'm creating here the corner of my room. I'm going to go from my 10 feet towards my right vanishing point and towards my left vanishing point. And I'm going to go from the 15 but actually I need to move away from that vanishing point to show what I'm showing here, right? So this soffit is actually moving this direction. And this is the floor. And all these lines that are pinching down here, I'm not actually going to see. So I'm leaving those light. I'm making these lines a little heavier. This window is going to arch here from 25 down to wherever this comes. So I need to figure out where 25 is going to be. This time it looks like 25 feet is my entire pencil. So I'm going to take this pencil and I'm going to put it at the 0 here. And I see that comes right to the edge of my page. So I'm going to say this is 25 feet. Actually, I'm going to say 24. I'm cheating again, but I want to get even increments. I liked having 24 and all that kind of stuff. So from this right vanishing point coming out to this 24 is like pretty much like a straight line right down the edge of my paper. So I can see this now. This is the floor coming out towards me this way. All of these lines I kind of want to lighten up. I'm not going to erase them because they might come in handy later. But this side of the room is going to come away from the 10 this direction. And this side of the soffit is going to come out this way, isn't it? Now I want to head from this corner and this corner down to wherever this is going to hit. So I'm going to try and figure out where my fourth corner is here, or where my other corners are going to be. So if I come from my left vanishing point and I come here 24 feet, I'm just marking that on the table, and then I'm taking another pencil from left vanishing point. This is getting complicated, isn't it? Looks like I'm going to have to kind of use my imagination, but it looks like it's right about here. So I'm going to draw from this 24 towards that point there. And if I come from there away from left vanishing point this direction, I'm going to be way the heck out here for the other one. So I'm going to just bring this one almost straight out this way. Then if I go this way towards right vanishing point, I'm going to say this is my 12 right there. And this distance here Should be a little bigger than that, and it looks like it is, so I'm okay. I'm going to draw from this point here towards that left vanishing point and away from that left vanishing point. And this is hitting my paper over here, so I can say this is 12, this direction. And then if I go from here to here, and from here to here, these two x's should be lining up on their way towards left vanishing point to give me a 6. And on their way to right vanishing point to give me a 6 here. One good idea might be to take another sheet of typing paper and put it next to it, because what we always did was we put this line here in the middle of our page, didn't we? So if you want to take another sheet of typing paper here and put a piece of tape right here and right here across the paper, then you'd have your left vanishing point over here, and you could actually draw these lines away from left vanishing point right on the paper. If that makes more sense, then do that. That way I can draw these lines in. I can come out with this, and I can say 25 feet here is going to be 25 feet down here. So here's 25. I'm going to make it 24. I'm cheating again. I'm going to come from left vanishing point through the 24. I still have to imagine where these two lines are going to meet, out here. And then I'm going to draw this line to where that, right? So I'm bringing this line down on the desk, and I'm bringing this line down on the desk. And they're coming clear out here even off the camera. But if I say it's like here somewhere, then at least I have somewhere to draw this 0 towards here. Here I'm drawing about a 2-foot pillar in the corner. Then I'm going to come in another foot. And now there's a window here. The window bottom was up 5 feet, and it came over 3 feet. So if I go from 3 to 6, I can go here 5. This is 7.5. So it's going to be 8, 9, 10, 7, 6, 5. Everything on this wall moves away from vanishing point left or up and down. The other window, we went from 9. We came over about to 9 feet here. So I'm going to come about halfway between here and there. Drop that window down. If this is 2.5, then this is going to be 3, 4, 2, 1. I come down here to 2, away from left vanishing point, because the top of the window comes away from left vanishing point. The bottom of the window has to come away from left vanishing point. Here I have a vertical and a vanishing point left, so I got to come towards vanishing point right. And here I've got to come towards vanishing point right. I'm not going to actually see that because it's right on my eye level. Towards vanishing point right, away from vanishing point left. the middle of the window is going to be somewhere in here. I can check my other drawing if I want. I made the middle of the window. This was 10 and this was 20. Maybe a little less than that. Somewhere in here probably. This soffit here, I'm going to see under there, and then it's going to come out here, away from vanishing point left. So I'm seeing up underneath. So this is the wall going up. This is the soffit. That's going to move away from right vanishing point, going up this way. Then this is going vertically again. And then up here, I have the windows. So this line comes up here. That window, the pillar sits here, one of them. So I'm coming across this way. I'm not going to see where that meets up. I'm going to look back at the photograph here. Part of this is about drawing from observation. So I want to check what I'm seeing. The arch of the window, the curve of the window is going to be a little bit weird because this is rising up. And so what this comes down, it's not going to look like the curve that we expect it to. It's going to like come clear up and meet out over there somewhere. So I'm going to put the end of the pillar right there. I'm going to bring this curve over here to give it some place to attach to. I'm going to put another pillar right in here because I see in the picture it's sort of meeting up above that window there. I want this to be a little bit wider than that one because it's a little bit closer to me. And I'm going to make these details go away from vanishing point left. This soffit hangs over here, so that's coming away from vanishing point right. I see a light in this corner, so I can put that detail in. Looks like it lines up about with the edge of this window here, so I'm going to bring that over here. That's going vanishing point right. This is going vanishing away from vanishing point right in this direction. Getting a little wider as it goes up. I want to put some height on it and bring it out again. That's one light. There's another one here. I just want to make it a little wider than that one because it's closer to me. Away from vanishing point right. A little bit of height. That's going to set me up some lights in that room.